Hi, everybody. Welcome to 5 Minute Ministries. There has been a growing mentality, and it started with a phrase that if it feels good, do it. Now, that has escalated in recent years, and that phrase is at least 50 years old. And the philosophy, though, has been around for a very, very long time, even longer than 50 years. But we've gotten to a place, especially in America, where we have an attitude that it's not just if it feels good, do it. It's the idea of if it feels good, it's right to do it. It's no longer a question of is it right or wrong. It's the question of, is it right for me? Yes, because I do it. People have the attitude, and when it comes to morality, that morality is up to me. Because I do it, it's okay. It may not be right for you, but it's right for me. And this started 30 years ago with what that was called the New Age movement, that absolutes do not exist. You cannot deal in absolutes because right and wrong it's very fluid. We decide what's right and wrong. It could be right today, but tomorrow it's not okay. Or vice versa. And with this mentality, we've gotten to a place where people not only refuse to be corrected, they don't think it's necessary to be corrected because why should I be corrected? I'm not doing anything wrong. They want to talk about, well, I'm going against traditional morals. I'm going against societal norms. I'm going against the, quote, patriarchy. I'm going against whatever it is because they established it, and what they established isn't right. So I'm going to stand up for what's right. In other words, I'm going to stand up for my own rights. That's where people are now. The attitude of my rights is what matters. It may not be, quote, right to do what I'm doing, but I have a right to do it. And because I have a right to do it, I am in the right. Therefore, if you try to correct me, you are in the wrong. And again, this is nothing new. You can find it in the Bible in several locations. Just look at the Pharisees. They understood God's laws. They understood the law of Moses, and they broke several of them in order to try to convict Jesus and crucify him. They were twisting the law to benefit themselves and try to denounce the teachings of Jesus, and they were never successful. But they continued to do that. And even today, we have that same idea. If we can twist the laws just enough to make it fit our narrative, then whatever we do is okay. Well, there's a problem with that, because tomorrow, what you are thinking today is okay will not be okay tomorrow. And a lot of it was probably never okay to begin with. We've gotten away from what is called traditional families, traditional values, traditional morals, traditional anything, in order to what is called being, quote, progressive. And honestly, a lot of this progression isn't taking us anywhere. We are sitting in a stalled, stagnant state, because we're trying to continually find something new and we're just running around in circles. And it's all in the name of my rights. Well, God has a different perspective. And even if you want to take God out of the equation, when you go back to the traditional morals, values, and traditional anything that has been around for a very, very long time, you'll find that that way of life actually worked. The way people live today isn't working for them. They want to pretend it is, but it isn't. They're in a miserable, very immoral state, and they wonder why they have all these problems, and they want to blame anything they possibly can. They want to blame God, the patriarchy, the government. They want to blame family. They want to blame men. They want to blame anything they possibly can to take the focus off of themselves. Anything that they can in order to stand up for, quote, their rights. So I hope anyone listening to this is not part of that mentality that whatever I think is right, because that's a problem, because you're not right. It's not about traditional values and all that. It's about what God had to say. And what God had to say not only was right, it worked. It kept people stable. It kept people focused. It kept people moral. And God gave us a reason to do the right thing. And he said what was right and wrong. He is the standard. He sets the standard. And if we follow his standard, the world will work like it's supposed to, instead of going all over the place like we are now. So I would encourage you to look into this and say, well, why isn't my life working? And if it's not working, ask, am I being immoral? Am I going against God and his values? And most likely you are, if life is not working for you. So if you are a follower of Christ and you've gotten away from God, you need to come back to him. And if you don't know Christ, if you are not a follower of him, I encourage you to become one. This has been 5 Minute Ministries, and I'll see you next time.